Even before the first COVID-19 vaccine was around in Germany in December 2020, protests against the jab had already started. At Germany's largest demonstration, over 30,000 people gathered to speak up against looming vaccinations and anti-COVID restrictions. They kept going throughout the pandemic, loud and big.
This is my message to you.
Freiheit, das ist unser Ziel. Jede Spritze ist zu viel.
The majority of Germans couldn't wait to get vaccinated, but there is a significant minority of skeptics who have so far refused the jab. The many burdens of the COVID-19 pandemic have caused divisions, split up friendships and even families.
Jetzt, so nach den 2 Jahren, sind wir an einem Punkt, wo wir uns ziemlich voneinander entfremdet haben.
In this video, I want to find out, how did we get here? Why are there so many people skeptical of vaccinations? And how should we react to this skepticism? In order to find out, let's look at some history books.
Anti-vax movements are as old as vaccinations themselves. In 1796, the English physician Edward Jenner developed what today is called the first vaccination. It was against smallpox, an illness that killed tens of thousands each year in Europe alone at the time. Also common back then? Cowpox. Jenner observed that people who had previously had cowpox were immune to smallpox. The physician took fluid from a blister of a woman infected with cowpox and scratched it into the skin of a young boy. 6 weeks on, Jenner infected the boy with smallpox, but the kid didn't get sick. The immunization had worked. An important side note, the word vaccination comes from the Latin word vacca, meaning cow. The medical revolution saved countless lives, but at the time, it triggered fear and skepticism in the United Kingdom, and when it came to Germany, there as well.
Eine Impfung, für die der Impfstoff aus Kühen gewonnen wird. Und das weckt damals schon die großen Sorgen, wenn ich mir das was einspritze, ich verwandle mich in Kühen, das greift in den Körper ein. Und das mag uns jetzt erstmal lächerlich erscheinen oder auch an heutige Vorstellungen erinnern, die Corona-Impfung verändert dann die Gene.
History shows us there's always been skepticism about vaccinations. And when we look at the situation today, we can still see it. About 1 in 4 people in Germany are unvaccinated, although the jabs have been around for more than a year now. I ask myself, why do so many people still today decide not to get vaccinated? Are they scared of something?
Also du gibst ja in die Körper ein Virus, der dann daraufhin Antikörper bildet. Ja? Und das ist ein natürlicher Vorgang. Nur was nicht daran natürlich ist, dass du diesen Virus ja künstlich injizierst und nicht, weil der Körper gerade diesen Virus über Tröpfchen oder etc. aufnimmt.
Sabine Schröder doesn't deny the existence of COVID-19. She's a nurse in a COVID ward herself. But she is also an alternative healer and believes that vaccinations are unnatural and is scared of alleged side effects.
Anstatt mir einen Impfstoff verabreichen zu lassen, dessen Wirkung ich nicht einschätzen kann, nehme ich lieber die Erkrankung in Kauf. Und natürlich, wenn es blöd läuft, was vorher keiner sagen kann, würde ich auch meinen Tod dafür in Kauf nehmen.
A relatively big group of vax skeptics in Germany shares Sabine Schröder's opinion, a movement of people that also believes in alternative medicine or esoterics.
Tatsächlich gibt es spezifische Hintergründe für die Impfskepsis in Deutschland. Das eine ist eine sehr starke Bewegung der Naturheilkunde, schon im 19. Jahrhundert. Da kommt das auf. Und für die Naturheilkunde ist das Impfen Teufelszeug.
Supporters assume that diseases don't happen randomly. On the contrary, they believe they mark disbalances between body, mind and spirit. Some people therefore decide not to get vaccinated in order to keep this balance. The group is particularly strong in Germany, Austria and the German-speaking part of Switzerland. When Germany's vaccination drive slowed down in summer 2021, even foreign media outlets reported on the movement. Not everyone in Germany who decides against the jab believes solely in alternative medicine. There's a variety of reasons. For example, this physiotherapist who wants to stay anonymous. She opposes the idea of compulsory vaccinations.
Ich bin für eine freie Impfentscheidung, weil jeder mit seinem Körper selber das entscheiden darf, was er möchte. Also das ist für mich völlig klar.
Da geht es gar nicht um die Angst vor dem Impfen oder nicht nur, sondern eben um die Angst vor dem starken Staat oder vor dem Zugriff des Staates oder eben auch, das ist eine ganz liberale Tradition, die es auch schon lange gibt, eben um die Frage, wer über den Körper bestimmen darf, der Staat oder der Mensch.
Some people simply question the effectiveness of COVID-19 vaccines despite scientifically proven evidence, like this young man who also wants to stay anonymous.
Dann würde ich mich eventuell impfen lassen, wenn man merkt, es bringt was. Also bisher habe ich davon nicht gesehen, dass es was bringt. Man sagt jetzt zwar, es soll schwerere Verläufe mildern, was ich auch noch nicht mitgekriegt habe. Also ich kenne einige, die haben trotz der Impfung Covid bekommen und sind dann auf der Intensivstation gelandet.
Speaking to unvaccinated people gave me a sense for their individual reasons, and I realized there's a lot of misinformation around. To get the full picture, I spoke to scientists from the University of Erfurt, and the results confirmed my impression. There's not just one reason to refuse the jab. The group is diverse. Nevertheless, the researchers were able to identify 5 main reasons.
Number 1, confidence. People in this group question the safety and the effectiveness of COVID-19 vaccinations. They also distrust the healthcare system in general. The second reason, complacency. This group tends to overestimate their own immune system and underestimate the risk of a severe COVID-19 infection. 3, constraints. People in this group believe in the effectiveness of the jab, but feel that it takes too much time and effort to get it. 4, calculation. They consciously evaluate the benefits and risks of a vaccination. They are particularly prone to fake news. And the last one, collective responsibility. These people don't question the jab, but they rely on others to get it. They don't feel the social responsibility to get vaccinated themselves. These 5 reasons don't stand alone. They can overlap and come together.
Man kann nicht davon ausgehen, dass es nur diese einen oder dass es nur 5 Prototypen gibt, sondern jeder Mensch hat verschiedene Ausprägungen auf diesen 5 Einflussfaktoren der Impfakzeptanz.
Looking at skepticism from different angles, one realizes reasons to refuse the jab are complex, and they have always been part of the story of vaccination.
The question is now, do we just have to accept this skepticism? Do we need compulsory vaccinations, or are there other solutions?
Germany is discussing plans for mandatory COVID vaccinations. Opinions on the topic vary. The country's health minister supports the idea. Others emphasize the potential danger behind the measure, a crack in social cohesion.
Weil es, glaube ich, nie gut ist, unter Druck und Zwang und gegen den eigenen Willen etwas zu machen und das eher noch verschlimmert als verbessert, weil Menschen dann vielleicht noch mehr Abneigung und noch mehr Verdruss in sich entwickeln.
Aversion and annoyance have already grown in the last 2 years of the pandemic, experts observed.
Das Vertrauen ist über die Zeit gesunken, tatsächlich in die Institutionen. Am Anfang war es noch ziemlich hoch. Wir messen das seit Beginn der Pandemie.
The ever-changing COVID-19 restrictions, varying regulations across German states, and inconsistent information provided by authorities are said to be influencing this trend. Additionally, social cohesion has been affected by lockdown measures and limited personal contact.
Und der öffentliche Raum ist genau der, wo wir uns aber begegnen, also all das, was vor der Tür und nicht im Privaten stattfindet. Und das ist da, wo wir an unsere Grenzen stoßen, wo wir Toleranz lernen, wo wir uns begegnen, wo wir inspiriert werden.
Should the threat of COVID-19 decline soon, then the anger on both sides might also fade away. And once people get their social lives back, social cohesion will surely improve.
And when the long-term effects of the pandemic become visible in society, we might well need new ways to repair this unity.